Ladies and gentlemen, here we go into game number 1. This is the 4th match between DeMusliM and Lowely, and we're about to kick things off on Terminus Re. Here we go in the bottom middle position as the yellow Zerg. We have Imba FXO Lowely as the yellow Zerg. In the 9 o'clock position, we have as the red Terran.
Evil geniuses, DeMusliM.
Evil geniuses, DeMusliM. Of course, your good old teammate, Jake.
He is. He is an amazing player. He's actually been improving so much, leaps and bounds. Every time I've been seeing him play recently, it's just more and more impressive.
Yeah, I would say so. I'm so glad to have him in the North American Star League season number 2. Season 1, we weren't able to have him because he did have an injury with his arm. But after talking with him, I know he's reinvigorated to play this game. He really just grinds out a bunch of games and always looks to play his best ever since that injury. He just doesn't take it for granted anymore.
Exactly. He's really been dedicated to this game ever since he got back on his feet, or maybe back on his arms. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so
anyway, this map, we are looking at Terminus SE, and it's a macro map. Let's just say that first. The big thing that's going to happen is, of course, we're expecting a 15 hatch. By DeMusliM, though, we can expect a lot of different things to come out. Normally, it's going to be some sort of Hellion play, I would expect. That's what we always see in every single TVZ. I'll be surprised if we see anything different.
Well, DeMusliM actually has quite a few builds. He, of course, he has the double reactor factory build, which is a very unique build that not many players actually do. I've seen Moro do it, I believe, once. But it's a very rare build to see nowadays, but it's so strong because players think maybe you can only, I'll just get a couple roaches or I'll make a couple spine crawlers. But, when you come at them with 10 Hellions really quickly, it doesn't matter about those couple of units.
That's 80 damage each volley around, or on a roach it's going to be 70 because they only have 1 armor now instead of 2. But that's still a lot of damage each volley, and you're also extremely mobile, so you can get in there, do your 10 rounds, and just bolt out of there and not take a lot of damage. It looks like DeMusliM will scout out his opponent first, and he is getting into that base. Nothing really crazy going on right now. Spawning pool goes down. No gas at all coming out from Lowely. Still pretty standard for TVZ on this map.
Yeah, I mean, usually you have a gas by now if you're playing a very standard style. Maybe he's going to play more of a Spanishiwa style where you're going to rely on more queens. And, this is a map where you could even take a faster third as Zerg. So maybe he's planning on doing that as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely take an eye and see what's going to be going on. We do see the first Marine heading over there. It looks like that. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The drone actually died to that one Marine and the SCV. Kind of silly, actually, to be losing that like that. We do see the Overlord over here also coming in, just checking out to see if there's a bunker. But, oh, no, these 2 Marines are going to be engaging. It looks like there's 4 Zerglings out in the field, but are they going to be getting there in time? That's going to be the big thing. Looks like this Overlord is down to 30 health, 20 health, 10 health, and it will go down. That's a huge hit to, just Lowely's opening. Now, finally, the 3 Zerglings are going to start engaging, and look at that. The stutter step micro is so good. He needs to target down. There he goes. Targets down all 4 Zerglings, so he nets 1 Overlord and a complete round of 2 Zerglings.
Yeah, wow. You want to talk about cost-effective Marines right here. And they're just going to walk home, I think.
Oh,
they're just going to go all the way back home. So those Marines are
heroes.
Yeah. MVPs.
Yeah, they should just go into a bunker and wait until medevacs come out because they definitely need to just continue the kill counts. They're just at ridiculous kills. 1 in 5, 6 total kills. Awesome job from DeMusliM.
Still no gas for Lowely. We do see 2 spine crawlers being thrown down. He does have 2 queens, of course, to help block his ramp. Expansion is building and on its way. Almost completed, actually, by DeMusliM. Pretty quick expansion. Hellions are on the field. So pretty standard looking opening from DeMusliM.
Yeah, and it does look like, Lowely, actually, he might not be ready for this. If the Hellions just bolt in here, try to go up that ramp, there's no way that Lowely will be able to stop that, but he's not opting to do that, of course, playing a little bit more standard. It's not normal that something like that happens. There are normally Zerglings up there. And the biggest thing is you have no sight up there, so it's not safe to try to just sprint ahead and do that.
Right. You never know if Zerglings are going to be on that ramp where you could absolutely lose all your Hellions for nothing and give Zerg back map control.
Definitely. We can see the Hellions just sprinting up into this base. It looks like 2 drones die really quickly. Another round of Nope, nothing able to really be done right there. Looks like the Hellions will go back all the way. Kills one more drone. Overall, good damage.
Yeah, I mean, he also made him lose mining time as well. He had to run all of his drones off. So it was a good trade for DeMusliM.
Yeah. In the meantime, we can see that DeMusliM, not missing a step, gone ahead and transferred all of his SCVs. Also made that Orbital Command Center very, very fast. What is he doing back here? He's actually preparing for some sort of timing, it looks like. No engineering bay. Do we have one? No, we don't have an engineering bay at all. Double refineries are going down right now. And just getting that siege tank with the siege mode. Kind of interesting that he got that siege mode. I thought he would actually wait off a little bit on that. Nevertheless, he's just going to go pretty standard from here. Now, this is a big timing coming out. We do see an evolution chamber, 2 evolution chambers going down. So are we going to see that Destiny S style? I'm not sure. We don't have a lair yet. Oh, wow. We do have a very quick catch rate.
It's a quick third.
And, you know, just playing towards the style of this map, that's what we normally see. Well, not normally, but we do see players trying to revolve their game around concentrating to get that third and keeping it safe. And this does it completely. I mean, it's so strong to have this. No form of marine shenanigans to really work. Just because these are very, very early 3 spine crawlers, so you can get units behind here, so it's kind of risky to be going and pressuring in with just mass marines. That's why DeMusliM is just getting these siege tanks and chilling out for now.
Definitely. That's what Zerg is always looking for, a way to get an advantage. But the question is he trying to... Did he delay his tech just too much, though? Like, we already see DeMusliM is pushing across the map, and pretty much all he has is spine crawlers at the moment. Yes, he has a lot of drones, but Zergling speed is not even finished yet.
Yeah. See, now, I think what DeMusliM is thinking in his head is my opponent is probably taking the third or teching very, very fast to something like Infestors. And more likely, it's probably he's thinking that it's Infestors because that's why we normally see the double evolution chambers. It looks like he's coming up here. And these 2 evolution chambers are very exposed. If he actually focuses these down, that would be really, really cool. Oh, taking all the spine crawlers back. Now the evolution chambers are completely open. Finally going to be killing the very, very nice, a huge advantage for DeMusliM, I would say. And that really, really negates a lot of the advantage that, you know, Lowely might have gotten if he went a little further into this game.
Yeah, that's the problem with putting your buildings out there, you know.
Yeah.
Those are key buildings for the strategy Lowely is incorporating right here. And, you know, losing those upgrades is going to hurt him in the mid-game. Like, he really wanted those upgrades. And right now we do see that 2 more evolution chambers are going down and a infestation pit, and that's going to allow the, as you called it, the Destiny kind of style. But the problem is this push is already at his front door, and Zerglings are kind of being misrallied. But here comes some Zerglings, units being stemmed and split. He is fighting on creep, so Zerglings are getting that speed bonus, and Zerg is going to be able to clear this up.
But I want to make a very, very clear point of what DeMusliM just did. He sniped every single one of the queens. Look, no queens in any of the bases. Units tab is showing nothing. No queens at all. That kills a lot of capabilities that that Lowely has, just in terms of injecting those larvae and getting that creep spread. A beautiful, beautiful control by DeMusliM.
Something else I would like to point out is, you know, Lowely cut gases in his tech, made it delayed so he could get that economic advantage. But if we look right now, he doesn't even have it anymore.
Yeah. This is really, really outstanding by Lowely. Income tap is showing, of course, a huge advantage going towards DeMusliM. It's those meal mechanics and the full saturation. You can see both of them have equal harvester counts. Now a drop going down on the main of Lowely's base. It looks like he wants to focus down on the queens. Very, very. Oh no, he didn't. I don't know what he focused down on, to be completely honest. Kind of weird. Infestation pit just went down to half health. I think that's playing a little bit all in.
Yeah.
There's no need to really get that. I mean, it's really excuse me. It's almost Lowely's fault if he lets that happen. So kind of too much HP for that to happen. Instead, he could have killed both of those queen in the time he took out those infestation.
Yeah, or just killed some drones. You know, he could have killed the drones on the gas. Didn't really need to take down an infestation pit. I mean, it would have been great if he could have took it down, but there's no need to.
Nevertheless, he is pushing out for round number 2, and this might be a lot harder for Lowely to stop because we can see it's in up. wait, never mind. I'm going to take that back. This could be a really hard thing for DeMusliM to actually do because these infestors are. I was about to say infestors aren't even out. There's no units around here, and then all of a sudden these pop out. And all there needs to happen. Uh-oh, here we go. The siege tanks have sieged up, so they need to get the heck out of there. It could be a really nice fungal growth if it comes off right now. No, it's not going to go. Should really just use him. I don't know why he doesn't. But where is he going? He's going to circumvent the entire map, apparently. And he's just going to... I don't know what he's doing with these infestors, to be completely honest.
I mean, it looks like he just doesn't want to attack from that angle, and he doesn't want the Marines to be able to start picking him off and making him waste fungals on just a couple Marines. And he really wants them to be able to actually fight his army with the infestors, not just pick. But there was an amazing fungal that picked off about 8 Marines right there. But here we have a double drop coming in the main. And he already weakened that infestation pit. He could actually take it down now, and it does look like he is, and it's not going to finish into the neural parasite research. But here comes some Zerglings that are easily going to clean that up and force him away.
Oh, there it goes down, and there's the fungal growth. Is he going to have enough for another fungal growth and more? Well, he's just going to chill here.
He
misses
the fungal.
Oh,
that's not forgiving at all.
No,
and here we have DeMusliM at 161 supply versus a Zerg at 124. That's just a situation you never want to be in as Zerg. And these infestors are by themselves on the other side of the map. I don't know what his plan was going into this scenario.
He needs to just burrow and get the heck out of here. He actually doesn't have burrow at all. Now additional Marines are going to stem up here. He's actually put them all into a group. Not too good for DeMusliM. He really wants to get that second shot, but no, he's not going to. He doesn't want to risk it whatsoever. Now we can see DeMusliM pushing the envelope a little bit now. He has a lot of siege tanks. Siege tanks do wonders against massive Zerglings. If they can really just clamp down and get a position. Here we go. An infestor is right here, and nice fungal growth goes off on all of these units. Is it going to be enough though? He doesn't get the second fungal growth on. Looks like all these same Marines are just too much, and that in conjunction with just how hardy and strong those siege tanks are. I don't think he has a lot of capability to continue defending this. This is looking really scary for Lowely.
Yeah, I have to question the infestors on the other side alone. Like, he needs to be able to control those. These mutas, though, are going to be able to pick off a lot of SCVs over here. So this is going to be really good for Lowely. This is the kind of stuff he needs. And that's a lot of mutas, actually.
Yeah, 15 mutas, but look at their upgrades. They're at 0-0. What are DeMusliM's upgrades right now? Let's go ahead and check. He is at 1-1, so looking really good. And DeMusliM understanding what the situation is all about. He needs to press in right now. There's the big fungal growth coming in from the bottom. From the top, there are infestors coming up and throwing out a ton of infested Terran. But those infestors just die so fast. And look at that! The medevacs are able to keep all of these units alive. You can see most of them are in the orange, the yellow, the red, and he's just going to press on. I don't think Lowely has much left in his base, but meanwhile, there is that counterattack going on in the main of DeMusliM, and DeMusliM does have enough Marines to really just destroy everything about those Mutalisks. It looks like more Zerglings are going to be rallied here, but it's not going to be enough. Those Marines just output way too much damage. It looks like the natural is going to die right now. Those Mutas are finally going to be cleaned up a little bit. There's just 8 left, but they are really, really weak. Now, finally bearing down on that third base. It looks like these Zerglings are going to be running up, but it's not going to be enough with the 1-1 upgrades. It's so, so strong. This is the last mining base of Lowely. Lowely doesn't really have this main anymore. GG comes out from him, and DeMusliM is going to take the first match. And wow, your boy looks good, man.
He does. He is really solid, and he showed it right there with that game.
Yeah, and I really like the read that he made. He saw the 2 evolution chambers. Now, it kind of worked in his favor, even though it was a third being taken. If there was a little bit trickier stuff, you know, he just put the evolution chambers, and all of a sudden came out with the Roach, Zergling, Baneling. It could be a disaster.
Right.
But I know that timing is the pre-10-minute timing before Mutas would come. He saw the 2 evolution chambers. He doesn't want infestors to come, so he's like, okay, this is my timing right now. And look how much damage he netted. He killed all those queens. He just had so much momentum and was able to take complete map control afterwards.
I think it was because, you know, he just read his opponent, and then he reacted to it. So he saw that he didn't make a gas for a while. He saw that he was just focusing on spine crawler type defense while droning. So he knew that his tech was going to be late. So he moved out actually before medevac or anything. It was just 3 tanks and a handful of Marines, knowing that it would have to be Zergling or slow Banelings only versus that composition. And he really used that to kill those 2 evolution chambers and gain the advantage.
You know, on top of that, just every single attack that he did was so successful. Starting with the 2 Marines and the 1 SCV that was able to net, you know, like 2 drones and then 4 Zerglings and an Overlord. That is a ridiculous amount of damage that you do to your opponent in the beginning. And then able to follow out with the Hellions, able to follow up with a push, able to follow up with another push, kills all the Infestors. That style is really hard to go against, and DeMusliM made it look so easy and so trivial to
I mean,
beat.
he stayed up in economy-wise. He was ahead in tech.
He dropped?
He harassed.
Oh my gosh.
You know, it seems like a good build from Lowely, but I have to question a couple of things that actually might have hurt him and cost him that game. Like, he had a lot of Infestors, but they were out on the opposite side of the field. Infestors are support units.
Yeah.
They're very fragile. Like, it doesn't take anything to kill an Infestor. So you need to protect those things. You need to keep them up behind your army. And if he would have done that, maybe that last battle might have been different. Especially because the Mutas were such a good switch.
Yeah, that was devastating.
Yeah, it killed so many SCVs, and they were able just to camp over the Raxus. So if he actually clears up that army, then he actually could take a 4th, and he could just rally Zerglings and probably win the game.
It's absolutely true. You know, just the smallest margin sometimes that these players win. But DeMusliM, I really felt, showed a great showing in game number 1. We're actually going to head over into game number 2 and see what Lowely can do to get back into this. He is down 0-1. We're going to be moving over to dual site. Everybody stick with us. We'll be back with more Lowely DeMusliM action.